Hey, what's up everyone? For those of you who live in the US and North America, hope you had a nice Thanksgiving, but now it's time to get back to work. So what I want to talk about today are the 4 different types of swing progressions that I teach my clients who join my 90-day kettlebell program. So there is actually a step before the standard 2-hand swing, which is called the dead stop swing. Essentially, the dead stop swing is a single rep of the swing. You have to be able to do 1 rep correctly before you try and do 10 or 15 reps in a row. This is actually a great regression if you're having trouble with your swing. Try doing just 1 at a time, and you'll be able to more accurately point out where things are breaking down rather than trying to do 10 and figuring it out when you're moving really fast. So I like to start with the dead stop swing. From there, you can move to the standard swing, 2 hands on the kettlebell. That is the swing that most people are familiar with, and that's the one that I have my clients do most often, including myself. It's great exercise. The next progression will be moving to a 1-arm swing. This will load the body unevenly, so your core and hips are going to have to work a little harder, which is going to be great for engaging more muscles. And then from there, you can do the alternating swing, where you learn how to switch hands, so you don't have to put the kettlebell down, so you're moving, working on eye-hand coordination, great way to switch sides so you can do more work on the other side without stopping. So those are the 4 different types of swing progressions that I teach my clients in my 90-day program. Again, it's the dead stop swing. You got to do 1 swing perfectly before you try and do 10 or 15. Next is the 2-hand swing, our standard swing. And then we have the 1-arm swing, and then the alternating swing. Some people may refer to the alternating swing as the hand-to-hand swing. So with all these swings, it doesn't matter which one you're doing, there are several things that are in common that you must do with every single swing progression. And that first thing is the setup. You have to set up the same way, unless you have 1 hand on the bell compared to 2 hands. But your setup should be the same no matter what. You're sitting down into a nice athletic position, you get your shoulder pulled down, the bell is tilted towards you. So your setup should always look the same if you're doing the dead stop swing, the standard swing, and then obviously if you take your hand off the bell, the 1-arm swing and the alternating swing, it should look exactly the same. There isn't much variation between when you have 2 hands on the bell and 1 hand on the bell. It's just 1 hand is moved off, and then maybe you tilt your thumb in on the kettlebell that you're holding. Another thing that should be in common with every type of swing variation is your breathing. Breathing is very important, especially for hardstyle kettlebell swings, which is what I teach. We use something called hardstyle breathing or power breathing. We breathe the same no matter what type of swing we're doing. At the very top of the swing, we're exhaling through the teeth nice and hard, which will help contract the abs and keep your lower back safe. And then we're inhaling through the nose as the kettlebell is coming back down into your backswing, going between your legs. So again, it doesn't matter which swing you're doing, your breathing should always be the same. Another thing that should be in common is the amount of muscles that we contract at the top of the swing. The glutes, quads, and abs should all contract at the same time no matter what type of swing you're doing. The difference is the lats. If we're doing a 2-hand swing, both lats are to contract equally to keep the shoulders down, make sure we don't have any tension in the neck. Now if we're doing 1-arm swings or alternating swings, obviously the arm that's holding onto the kettlebell, we want to make sure that lat is contracting a little bit harder because the kettlebell is trying to pull you out of position and rotate your body and pull your shoulder forward. So you're going to have to really focus on the arm and the lat that's holding on the bell, suck it into the socket, pull it down away from the ear so it's nice and tight and secure. And when you're switching hands, you don't want to be reaching for the kettlebell. Again, you want to make sure your lats are packed as you're switching hands. So again, it doesn't matter what type of swing you're doing, we want to make sure we're approaching the same way with our breathing, our setup, for the most part, which muscle groups are contracting. And the last thing we want to focus on during the swing is where is the bell traveling to at the top and bottom position. Again, it doesn't matter what type of swing you're doing. With the hardstyle training that I teach, at the top of the swing, the arms should be parallel to the ground. And the kettlebell, the bottom of the kettlebell is facing out. We don't bring the arms up here because that can cause people to shrug their shoulders and put unnecessary tension in their neck. So again, 1-arm swing, it's here. 2-hand swing, it's the same position. Now when the kettlebell is coming back down, we want to make sure that the kettlebell handle is above the knees. Again, it doesn't matter if we're doing a 2-hand swing or a 1-hand swing. We want your hands above your knees. That'll make sure that we load the hips and hamstrings Because if your hands drop below your knees, you start coming into a squat position, which for some people may be uncomfortable on the lower back. So you got to really pay attention no matter what type of swing variation you're doing and how you're progressing. Pay attention to your breathing, your setup, where the bell is traveling, and which muscle groups you're contracting. If you can do that, I know it's a lot to think about, but your swing's going to be a lot safer and a lot stronger. Now, if you're having trouble with your swings, your form doesn't feel right, after watching videos online and reading articles, or maybe you're not sure how to use the swing to promote fat loss and get stronger, like you don't know how many reps you should be doing, how many sets, how much rest to take, I want you to send me a DM and just say swing. And we'll talk about how to improve your swings, how to improve your kettlebell training so you can reach the results that you desire. So again, just send me a quick DM and say swing, and I'll help you out, and I hope to talk to you soon. Stay strong.